Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about what is union and where has this topic come from. So it's come from a comment and I want to respond to it. I thought it was a really good one to respond via video. So welcome, I'm Kathleen from Awakening Meraki. Now this beautiful comment is actually off the back of a video I put under Soul Purpose to do with abundance and money and our belief patterns around money. And this lovely person's put this comment up and probably questioned me a little bit, but that's okay, it's all good. And what I want to say is there are going to be times that I'm going to jump on here and be in complete flow and ramble, and there's times that I'm going to have some things written down on paper so I don't miss my points, because sometimes I can miss the points that I initially wanted, and that was one for me that I really wanted to get some of these things across and make sure I don't skip anything. So it's got nothing to do with whether I believe what I'm saying or not. I will not, this much I can promise, I will not put anything on here that I do not believe in, okay? Just because it's on paper and it might appear that I'm out of flow doesn't mean that I'm not believing what's on the paper. What's on the paper is for something actually that I'm creating in the background for other people to use. And it's around just smashing through limiting belief patterns and so forth, because I'm in the process of creating an abundance workshop. Now, this lovely person, I'm not going to read the whole comment, but I want to read parts of it out because I want to help people really sink in that you won't resonate with union until you're in the frequency, okay? So I guess where I want to start is, what is union? Union is a frequency. That's it. You are shifting energetically back to your natural state of being. And when you're in your natural state of being, you will get this video. And some of you will be dipping in and out of it and you will get it. And others may not quite be there yet. And that's fine. I wasn't either 2 years ago. So, we all shift along this journey at different times. But when you're in union, when you're in your soul frequency, you are no longer in that lack, and you're no longer you're not entrenched in 3D. It's like you're standing on, I don't know, the moon, and you're looking down on the planet and you're going, WTF, what a shit show. That's what it is. And what I would love to say, not necessarily to this person, but just because you've taken the space to write this comment, and I really appreciate the comment, so is that twins are here to raise the consciousness of this planet. Twins are here. When you're in this frequency, you no longer resonate with that lower vibration of you. Union is a high vibrational frequency. It is unconditional love. It is your God conscious energy. It is what you came here to be. And this planet and this human race is so conditioned and programmed to be in this lack and limitation and in duality. And this whole comment speaks to duality. When you're in your frequency, you are not looking at things from a dualistic perspective, because you've collapsed that duality within you, okay? And that's why I can't sit in a lower frequency anymore. And when I'm around people, and if they're in that low frequency, it almost repels me. And so that is union. Union is your frequency. When you're in your frequency, what comes with that is natural abundance. You don't chase it, okay? You're not chasing. Ego will go chase money, but your frequency attracts it. They're two really different things. You attract in your twin, right? In a completely different frequency to what you were at the start of this journey. You attract in new jobs, new homes, new friendships. You attract in, through the laws of resonance, what's in resonance with this frequency, your God birthright frequency, okay? That is what this is. This is why we manifest so fast, because we don't resonate with matter, so to speak. What we resonate with in this frequency is, I can see the unmanifested energetically, because I can, and I can see it manifested. So I can see a car in an unmanifested, and I can see it manifested. I see energy everywhere. So I'm going to read a little bit of this out because I want to get clear with everyone that there's a big difference, and union is your frequency. That's what it ultimately is. You're balanced, you're centered, you're in neutrality, and you're not looking at yourself or your twin through the lens of low vibration. You're not looking through the lens of the stories anymore. You've shifted completely out of it. You just have pure love, and you are naturally abundant, and that is what you're here for. That is what you're here to anchor in, so we can raise the planet. So I'm not going to read it all out, but I'll just read pockets out. So I think it starts off with, this is something I cannot accept. Then all the poor people in the world contains low energy and we don't need to worry about them. So what I would say to that is, through shifting your frequency, you are pulling the collective up. The amount of people that I impact because of my frequency is significant. So let's get out of the egoic structure and not look through the lens of duality. And look, you're not going to really resonate until you're out, when you see snippets of this frequency. But when you're in this higher frequency, you know that you're no longer in this low vibration. When more and more twins come into union, you are going to bring naturally all those people around you. You're going to up-level them. The depth of the conversations that I have with the people around me now, family members, people that have been around me for a long time, is huge, and I am impacting them to raise their frequency. So what I would say is absolutely not the reason I'm on YouTube. My ego could have stayed in big jobs and I could have been the big I am and whatever I wanted to be, right? Not that I was ever that anyway, but to a point I would have been, for sure. But what I would say is, when we do the work as twin flames, we are sending love frequency out to all these people that are stuck in lack and limitation and programming, and we're helping raise them up. Okay, so that there is a limiting belief for sure, and you will not necessarily resonate until you've really done the soul work and you've got this frequency. And what else? And we all know that the worst people in the world are the billionaires. Their only aim is to suck all the money they can out of everyone. Okay, so that's a belief. Abundance for me is living a simple life, not needing all the material things that distract us. Okay, that's a belief. Abundance is a frequency. Abundance is not what you think it is in this context, okay? It is, and this is for everyone. This is a beautiful message that this lovely person's taken the time to put up. So this is not a pull this person apart. It's trying to educate and help people resonate that, you think union's all about the twin flame and getting this connection. It's not. It's a frequency, and that just is part of that frequency. Okay, so you are beautiful soul. If you're on your twin flame journey, you've been awakened to come into this frequency, and you will realize at some point you will get this. You will go, oh, now I get it. What do you define as a simple life? What I define as a simple life, I live quite a simple life. What else on here? And traveling, the worst sickness of the human race, the top distraction. Not at all. I am the most present. I've just been on a big trip overseas. Why was I called to the Middle East? To take my light frequency there. It is beautiful to travel. We are here as souls, okay? This is coming from ego, the mind, and a limited version of yourself. And what you'll realize is that you are a soul, and soul is here to grow and expand and evolve, and that becomes your priority over and above anything else, because it's unconditional love. There is nothing wrong with traveling. It's beautiful to go and experience other cultures. I immerse myself in other cultures, particularly coming from a very young country. I love to go to countries where they're a bit more remote, because I just love the depth of the history and the richness of the culture. So absolutely, definitely not a distraction. I have but this perspective is so self-centered and so much the religion of the rich world that I cannot accept. You don't need to accept it. You don't need to resonate. Nobody does. It's definitely not the case at all. I am in a beautiful frequency and I'm shining my light and I'm owning my light now. And I refuse to be in anything less than the truth of who I am. And that's the difference. And so anything that I put up here, believe me, I have worked through my own personal lack and limiting beliefs and stepped into my sovereignty, stepped into my pillar of light so I can help the collective come into their pillar of light. So absolutely what I've written or what I've spoken about, I 100% believe in because I have seen it play out in my own life. So sorry for being so harsh. You're not being harsh. It's all good. I hope I'm wrong and that is my own limiting beliefs that is playing with me. I'm really sorry to say, but it absolutely is. And you're not being harsh. It's all good. So let's get clear on what union is. It's a frequency, okay? And you are moving into this frequency layer by layer by layer as we move through these limiting belief patterns. You are allowed to sit in abundance. If you want to get really, if we really want to go there, God did not create this planet from a place of lack. When you wander around and you travel and you experience beautiful cultures, you go into nature and you experience the just in oneness, that was not created from lack. It was created from beauty, from balance, from harmony. It's the ego that's taken this planet out of balance and out of harmony. And twins are here to bring that back into balance and harmony. Do not underestimate the power of what you are going through. When you are in your frequency, you will really resonate what union truly is. And union is the balance of your masculine and feminine energy. You are whole, you are complete. You do not identify with soul. You allow soul to be the conductor of your experiences to bring them in, right? Your higher self is now conducting. Your ego mind's not running around trying to chase its tail anymore. Soul is you're fully surrendered. And soul brings in things to you through a frequency of what we label as abundance and limitless and expansiveness. There is nothing wrong with money, okay? Money is an energy. How you perceive money is from whatever frequency you're in, okay? Money is just that. It's just a frequency. And that frequency will be different for different people. And this is why you see people, who are on this journey and they've really elevated, other coaches, and people will say, question them about the cost of their coaching and all this sort of stuff. It's because they are trying to help you raise up into your frequency out of that lack. This is why I shut down my Facebook group, because I could see it was cycling in lack, and I don't want to be the carrier of that frequency anymore, because I now resonate. And so those other people, including myself, we don't resonate with the lower versions of ourselves. We can't even go there anymore. It's like, when union is about always choosing unconditional love for self. It's choosing that highest timeline. It's choosing to stay in tune. So I'm not a musician, by the way. Ballet, definitely, but I'm not a musician. Although, to be fair, I did once get an A at school for my piano. But anyway, I am not a musician. So, excuse me, do not judge me if you are. But I look at this as soul conducting your life, right? And you're an instrument. If your instrument is out of tune, you will tune it up pretty quick, all right? So that means if you get out of tune, stepping out of your soul frequency. You don't want to be in it anymore because you realize how terrible it sounds, right? You imagine a beautiful orchestra just playing music and then one's out of tune. It's obvious. That is what's going on here. You step into your soul frequency, and if you get out of tune, you get pulled into a lower version of yourself. You're like, no, I don't want to. I'm not choosing that for me anymore. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing abundance. I'm choosing to step fully and be the embodiment as much as I can of my soul and I'm letting soul now expand and grow and evolve, because that's how I identify now. And other souls are in a different frequency, and that's why they're living in limitation and lack. That's where their soul's evolutionary process is at. Twin souls is highly evolved. You're shifting and pulling yourself out of that, and you're coming into this frequency. And in that frequency is a beautiful conscious connection, a beautiful abundant lifestyle. It is, you feel balanced, you feel amazing. You are shining your light. You know who you are because you've met the depths of who you are not, which is that shadow part. You have integrated both the shadow and the light, and you are working in balance with both of those aspects of yourself. Okay. And then the embodiment, through the embodiment of all of that, is what you then manifest into the physical reality. And that manifestation, what you magnetize in, you don't consciously go chase it, right? You consciously magnetize in your masculine, a new job, maybe a new whatever, right? That is what union is. It is a frequency that you are shifting into. So just to clear up that beautiful comment, 100% believe in everything that I speak to. I will not jump on here and speak to something that I don't believe in. You either resonate with my work or you don't, and that's perfectly okay. At some point you will. I actually had a lovely client. She signed up to work with me, and she said to me yesterday, I was listening to you maybe 18 months ago and I just couldn't. And now I'm like, I just want to listen to her because she wasn't resonating back then. And because she's now in a different frequency, now she's getting it. And I typically attract in people that are really in that height, really out of the frequency of that needy, wanting energy, that addictive energy. I don't typically attract those people to my channel because they're not ready to hear my soul wisdom. And yeah, sometimes I'm going to read off a bit of paper. That's just the reality of it, okay? And it's because there's a purpose in behind it, but I certainly believe in it all. And the reason I believe in it is because of the transformation within myself. I am in awe of my own personal growth on this journey, as I should be, and as everyone else should be. So remember, let's just tap this one out. Union is a frequency. That is what you're working towards. And then everything naturally aligns in and flows into your life. Sending so much love.